Lesson TV, and today we are going to continue with our lesson on circle theorems. So we are on theorem 5, okay? And before I start, in case this is the first time you are watching any video on this channel, kindly check out the other videos, okay, to help you in your study. Okay, so theorem 5, it states that equal chords, okay, equal chords subtend the same angles at the circumference of a circle, okay? So equal chords, that's the important thing to note. Equal chords, okay, they subtend the same angles, so same angles at the circumference of a circle, and we know what the circumference of a circle is. So let me illustrate that in this diagram. So we have a circle, and this is a chord. So this is a chord, this is also a chord. Okay, so you are saying that let this chord be AB, and this should be, let's say, CD. Okay, and you are saying that provided AB, okay, is equal to CD, provided that these chords are the same, then the angles that they subtend at the circumference. So this is the angle chord CD subtends at the circumference, and this is also the angle chord AB subtends at the circumference. Okay, so you are saying that this angle will be equal to that angle only if these chords, okay, are the same. Okay, so when these chords are the same, so chord AB and then chord CD, provided they are the same, then these angles will obviously be the same. I can illustrate that differently. In let's say you have a circle, they can be on the same side or on different side. So we have chord, let's say chord AB here, and we have chord CD. So this is not drawn to scale, okay? We are saying that provided AB is equal to CD, then the angles that each chord subtend at the circumference, okay, will be equal. So this angle is equal to that angle. I hope we understand, okay? So we are going to, this is not drawn to scale. So not drawn to scale. So I'll draw that to scale to see whether that is true, okay? To prove this theorem. Okay, so we have a circle, and then let me draw the chord. So let's draw a chord. Let that chord be, let's say, 3 centimeters, okay? So I'll draw a chord of 3 centimeters or 30 millimeters if okay, so that's close to 30, sorry, 3 centimeters or 30 millimeters. Now let me do another chord here, so on a different side. I also have another chord which is also 30 millimeters, 3 centimeters, same thing. Okay, so this chord is going to subtend an angle at the circumference, and this chord is also going to subtend an angle at the circumference. Then we are going to measure, okay, the angle to see whether they are indeed equal, the angles that they subtend at the circumference, to see whether they are equal. Oh, so that went a little far. Should be close, and that will introduce some errors, but don't worry, the answers will be close. I think I should be careful this time. Okay, so you're going to measure the angles that they subtend to see whether this angle is equal to that angle. Okay, so we have that, and this angle is I think 25 degrees. Okay, so you've seen that the angle here is 25 degrees, so we're going to measure that to also confirm. Okay, let me do it this way. So it's on the baseline, and indeed this angle is close to 25 degrees. Okay, it's because of the error I introduced here. It didn't touch the circumference at the exact point, but it's still close to, so it's 25 degrees. So it's true. This theorem is true that the angle that they subtend at equal chords subtend the same angles at the circumference of a circle. So theorem 5 is indeed true. So it can be this way, or they can be on the same side. They will subtend the same angle. Okay, so kindly note that. So we will solve more questions, and then we are going to introduce this well. So kindly remember and try to understand, okay, before we move to the next. So the next theorem is theorem 6. Theorem 6. So theorem 6 states that equal chords, okay, it also gives equal chords. So equal chords subtend the same angles, okay, at the center of a circle. So here too, we are also concerned about equal chords, but here they are not subtending their angles at the circumference, but at the center. So you can have one chord here, and you can have another chord here. So you are saying that if they subtend an angle at the center, this angle here will be equal to the angle that this chord of the same length. So we are saying that AB and then CD. AB is called CD. Okay, the length. So you're saying that these angles are equal, provided the chords are of the same length. Okay, so this chord can be at this point, They will subtend the same angle at the center, provided the chords are of the same length. It can be here, it can also be here. Provided they are of the same length, these angles will be equal. Okay, so that's theorem 6. So you can also prove that. So this is not drawn to scale. So this is actually drawn to scale. That means you are measuring the lengths, making sure that they are equal. Okay. So let me measure 4 centimeters. You can choose any length, but I have to make sure that the two chords are the same length. The length you choose for one chord should be the same for the other. So this should also be 4 centimeters. I'll try to minimize the errors. Okay. So this is the center. I'm going to draw to the center. Okay, nicely. I'm going to also subtend this angle, this chord to the center. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to measure these angles to see whether they are equal. Okay. So I have to state that with the previous one, if this is A, this is B, I'm saying that A is equal to B. Okay. So let this be A and let this be B. So I'll put a protractor on the baseline and measure for B. And B is close to 70 degrees. So you can see here. Okay, 70 degrees. This line. So B is close to 70 degrees. Okay, now let's check for A. Wow, A is also close to 70 degrees. You can see here, very close. I don't know, maybe because of an error introduced. I think I have to draw it all and take my time. But I can try it and see that yes, indeed, yes, they are equal. Okay, so A is equal to B, provided the lengths are the same. Okay, so try and minimize the errors as you draw the chords. Make sure they touch the circumference at the exact point. Okay. So thank you very much. We are going to have a tutorial where we are going to solve more questions. So make sure you understand these theorems. Okay. Thank you.